Hey everyone, and welcome to Cooking Companion TV. I'm Jenna Edwards, and this is a recipe demo of Tahini Buckwheat cereal. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and let's get right to it. We'll combine 1.5 cups of oats with 1.5 cups of raw buckwheat groats and 1 cup of unsweetened coconut flakes, plus 1 cup of slivered almonds and sunflower seeds. Stir it all together. You can use all almonds or all seeds, or even throw in something like hemp seeds. For our flavor, let's mix together 1/2 cup of maple syrup with a tablespoon of vanilla, a healthy pinch of flaky salt, and a tablespoon of cinnamon or your favorite spice mix. I'm using Ras El Hanout. Stir well to combine. Now, Ras El Hanout is usually a savory spice, but I have a lifetime supply of it, so I'm literally throwing it into everything. If you watch me regularly, you've probably heard this story. Anyhow, once there aren't any more clumps, you'll stir in 1/4 cup of tahini. Now add this to the dry ingredients and stir it until the syrup and tahini have coated everything. It'll be awkward, but work through it. Have your oven heated to 325 degrees Fahrenheit or 160 Celsius so we can spread this out onto parchment paper lined baking sheets. I think I overcrowded one of my pans, but be aware that you'll need 2 pans for this and try to get it even so everything cooks at the same rate. And this will bake for 25 to 30 minutes. Now we have some fun. For additional texture, we'll pop sorghum and puff some rice. For the sorghum, heat a skillet with a matching lid over medium-high heat without oil. Add in a few grains to test the heat level. When a couple of them pop open, remove them from the heat, clean them out, and add in the rest of the grains. I'm using 1/2 cup. And then let the grains sit in the hot pan for 30 seconds, covered, before returning to the heat. This allows the grains to heat evenly and results in the least burnt grains and the most popped grains. I got this technique from mariaspec.com, and I'll include that link below. After 30 seconds, return the covered pan to the heat and shake every half minute or so just to move around the grains so they don't sit in one place and burn. It should only take 2 more minutes max, but well, I guess actually 3 minutes would be the max. And that's going to get you to pop all that's going to pop. And it's better to remove it from the heat too early than to leave it on for too long, because unpopped grains are very edible, unlike popping corn. In fact, the toasted grains are like, I think it's a caramel equivalent to cacao nibs. They have a buttery, toasted flavor, and they're slightly crunchy, but they're easy to chew and they don't get stuck in your teeth. So keep those and add all of it to your cereal bowl. While this happens quickly and it's a precise technique, it's pretty straightforward and you should imbibe regularly. In the same pan, add a tablespoon of oil, also over medium-high heat. It should be just enough oil to coat the bottom of the pan when it spreads out in the heat. Add in 1/2 cup of black rice and then cover and shake regularly, just like we did the sorghum. And you have to hold on to the top, by the way. The shaking will, send it flying across the room otherwise. Puffing black rice will only take 2 minutes. They don't pop the way that the sorghum will, like you won't hear it or really see it, but the heat makes the moisture in the starchy inside expand, so the outer hull will crack and it gets crispy. So it's harder to see when it's ready, but the oil will help keep it from burning. So give it 2 minutes, check on it, and most of the grains should be puffed and cracked, or at least crispy, and set this on some paper towels to absorb the oil. All right, our oat and buckwheat mixture should be out of the oven by now, and we want to break it up into a loose consistency for storage. You can see a slight color difference between my 2 sheets, and that's because one was more crowded than the other. You can see how the heat got to the smaller batch more thoroughly. Everything is dried out though. It's not soft or soggy or chewy, and I'm pleased. For serving, add in dried fruit like raisins and fresh fruit like super ripe strawberries or berries, whatever's in season, and sprinkle with your crispy toppings. Now, isn't this gorgeous? Now, there's literally a lot to chew in here, and this bowl of cereal lasted me all day. So keep this in mind. You don't need a large serving to be satiated from all the whole grains. I kept my servings to 1/4 to 1/3 of a cup and still had to force those final bites down. You can serve this with milk or yogurt. Either is great. This lasted about 2 weeks for me. and I was the only one eating it. The recipe makes about 6 cups of cereal, but the volume, of course, depends on how much you loosen the buckwheat granola part. Now, both the popped sorghum and the puffed black rice can be used in sweet and savory dishes. Both of them are great in this cereal. But they can also go on salads or vegetables or over noodles. You can salt them and add spices and make them a little cocktail snack. That's it for this recipe demo of tahini buckwheat cereal. Get the ingredient list below or at cookingcompaniontv.com/cereal. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it and subscribe to this channel for more demos just like this. I'm Jenna Edwards and thanks for watching.